Hi, welcome to the Coffee Hour, a show that involves you in verbal interaction. Sports with Brian Camp. So settle in with coffee in hand and enjoy the Coffee Hour. Now here's your host, Frank Allan.
Well, TGIF, thank God it's Friday, and here we are once again around the breakfast table and all around the water cooler or wherever you're congregating. Hi, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the Coffee Hour on this Friday. And it's the 29th of March, and we're coming down to the wire of this month. But we're here with you, and we hope that you're going to be with us for a whole full hour, because that's how long we're going to be here with you. And we're going to be here with a lot of great conversation. We have coffee, donuts, the whole 9 yards, and we invite everyone to come in. Now, a lot of you have been around with us for a long time, and thank you so much for putting up with us all of those years. And of course, you already know the protocol and how this show works. But for the benefit of people who are possibly new, I, as the host, get things started as I'm doing right now. And in the meantime, while we're doing all of this, you could talk to us live. How do you do that? Of course, technology has a way of getting around. All you have to do is use your fingers, a keyboard, and just type in whatever you want to talk about. I will see you right there on the big screen, of course, and I will entertain all of your thoughts and ideas if you have any questions or anything like that, because that's what this show is all about. Free ideas of exchange of an opinion. And of course, we all have our opinions, and we'll share them all together. And all of the other thoughts that you may have in mind and anything that you want to talk about in particular, of course, feel free, because we want to get you involved as well, and we will get involved with your conversation as well. Everybody's here, so thank you guys for being along with us. And we've got a lot of things planned for the show today, and we want you to be along with us. Remember that we're on 3 different platforms as we speak right now. We're live on Facebook, we're on YouTube and Instagram as well. And any 3 of those platforms will get you in touch with us. And that whatever one that you use, we want to just say howdy, 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 simultaneously to everyone wherever you may be. And you could be watching us anywhere. And if you're a worker, if you happen to be on a job right now, you may be on your coffee break. All right. They give you that 10 to 20-minute coffee break. You know, take that coffee break and sit down at your desk and enjoy your coffee and watch the show at the same time. And then when the coffee break is over, you're already at your desk. You can go back to work and do what they call multitasking. And we really would appreciate that. Now, those of you who are watching us for the first time, remember that you can take the time right now, and even you guys who have been around with us a long time ago, take the time right now to tag your friends and let them know that we're out here, and we want to get them involved. You know, tag them. And you have a lot of people on your Facebook page, right? A lot of friends. But if you can't tag them all, tag some of them and let them know that we're here. And if you have a bunch of friends, each week, tag a few more and get them involved. Because if they like what they see and they like what they hear, they'll be full-fledged members just like you. And those of you who are watching us on YouTube, well, I always encourage you to go to my YouTube channel. You're there right now, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, because the more the merrier, and the more people are there, we'll have a lot of fun, all of you guys. And make sure you tell your friends about it. So tag us. Now, the reason why we would like you to subscribe to our YouTube channel is because it gives you a chance to know that whenever we come on live, or if we have so much post a video or something, it will give you instant notification if you're out online to see it. And all you have to do is click onto that notification, and it brings you right to the YouTube channel. A lot of people, you know, get involved with the show, but sometimes you may forget what time the show comes on, right? And so when you see that notification pop up, you know there's something going on, just click onto it and it brings you right there. Now, for those of you who are watching us on Instagram, no need to worry, not to worry, because all you have to do is just tell your friends about it. And you can tag all of your friends too. What I would suggest that you do, I think that can be done, is I guess you could highlight, cut and paste the website that's right there and send it right to your friends. And all they have to do is click onto that and it brings them right to us. Just as simple as that. So that's what we have going. Right throughout the show, we've got our regular thing that we do. We have a regular routine. And for instance, one of the things that we have is sports. Sports is coming up. and Brian Kemp will deliver that. We'll link up with him live from Charlotte, North Carolina. We'll have him coming along, and you'll see him right on the screen, and he'll bring us the latest developments in today's world of sports. Now, those of you who are watching us on Facebook and YouTube, you'll get a chance to see him right on camera. But for those of you who are watching us on Instagram, it's not the same, but you'll be able to hear him. And you could still ask him questions. If you have any sports-related questions at all for Brian, he will be glad to answer them. And all you have to do is just like type it in there. He'll see them. And whatever he doesn't see, like for instance, you guys watching us on Instagram, he may not be monitoring that. And then if he doesn't, I will see it, and then I will pass on the information to him, and he can answer your questions live on the air. So that's coming up too. Also, later on in the program, before the show is over, I always give you those picks of the week. Now, the weekend is coming up, so there's a lot of things that you want to do, and that may be one of the things, catching up on some movies that you haven't seen in a long time, or movies that will jog your memory. Well, I have my picks of the week that I always do, and what I'll do is I'll pick them out and I'll relay them to you later on in the program. And so all of that's coming up, and we're going to have a lot of fun doing it, and we're going to move along. And don't forget that all of the views and the opinions expressed on this show, the Coffee Hour, does not necessarily reflect the view or the opinion of the people of Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, or any other social media, such as Zoom or any other broadcast facility. So there we got that out of the way. All the festivities are gone, the formalities, as you will, or if you will. It's all over. So right now, let's get started and do what we always do each week when we come in. Let's raise our cups, our glasses, whatever kind of beverage that you may have right there with you, and let's do it. Let's toast it, right? Because what would the coffee hour be without a little coffee? So excuse me while I shoot up. Oh, that's marvelous. That's delicious. I'll have a little more a little later as we go along. Now, yours doesn't necessarily have to be coffee. Not everybody do coffee, or a lot of people do tea and maybe cocoa or whatever that you have, maybe just plain orange juice, whatever it is. But we're all here together and enjoy it together. Well, here we are, the month of March, and it's almost over. As a matter of fact, this is the last day that we'll be broadcasting in March. So when we come back next week on the Coffee Hour, we'll be in a brand new month. We'll be in the month of April. So April Fools come along, and I think next Friday will be the 5th. We'll be in the 5th day of a new month. And so here we are, we're wrapping it all up, and it's hard to believe how fast the time goes. It goes pretty fast, rapid. And of course, you know, we try to hold on to it as much as possible. But here we are, March is almost over, and we're going to go into a new month, and we'll be looking forward to it, because now, you know, within the March, we have March Madness and a lot of things. And celebrating March, including March Madness, we also have a few things. And so this is the last time we'll be telling you about Irish American Heritage Month. That's what we're celebrating for the whole month of March. And this is the last day that we're going to be talking about it. We already had St. Patrick's Day, which has come and gone earlier this month. It was on the 17th of this month, but all the celebrations and the festivities took place the day before, because St. Patrick's Day was on a Sunday. So the day before, everybody's celebrating on Saturdays. And I got to tell you, no matter where I went, they were celebrating. All the bars, the saloons, and the bistros and everything were full to the max, and people enjoying themselves. I haven't heard any statistics during that time, at least not here in New York. So I'm just assuming that everything went well and everyone had a good time celebrating. In conjunction with Irish American Heritage Month, we also have Women's History Month. Here we are, Women's History Month, and we're still celebrating that. Of course, you can do that all year round. We support women all year round, but this is just the month that we salute them, because a lot of women have been doing a lot of great things. A lot of entrepreneurs, people who own big businesses, you know, big corporations. Women are out in the forefront, and they're doing a great job. So, and it's their time. So we celebrate that too, along with Irish American Heritage Month. And today is Friday, and it's a special Friday because it's Good Friday. We're celebrating Holy Week. Yes, we are, Holy Week. And this is Good Friday, and coming this Sunday will be Easter Sunday, if you're celebrating too, or if you will, Resurrection Sunday. You could say either one. Some people say Easter Sunday, some say Resurrection Sunday, but that's what we're celebrating, and it's all happening right here on the Coffee Hour. And we're so glad to have you aboard with us. Again, if you have any questions or anything like that, we would certainly want to answer all the questions that you may have, and we'll get things rolling. We'll get things rolling. Now, guess what? Today, and this is just in time because here it is. It's National Vietnam War Veterans Day. So there is another opportunity to salute all of our veterans, right? We salute them. We salute them each day of the week because they've done a marvelous job. But this is something that stands out for today, National Vietnam War Veterans Day. And I remember that war very well. We all do. And that was a war that America should have never been in, but we were into it. And there were a lot of people who fought in that war. I had personal friends who fought in that war, and some made it back, some didn't. But the survivors, we salute all of you. And we also remember the ones who had never made it back from Vietnam. So that's what we're celebrating today, National Vietnam Veterans Day. And also, for you people who live in Nevada, and Las Vegas, and Reno, and all of those other places in Nevada, National Nevada Day it is. That's what we're celebrating. Yeah, we're not going to forget about that. You know, if I were to forget about that, then the next time I set foot in Las Vegas, they will stone me for not mentioning that. So I want to say, all of you guys who live in Nevada, no matter what part of Nevada, it doesn't matter. We're celebrating you. And I think you wanted us to do that because it says National Nevada Day. So happy National Nevada Day to each and every one of you out there. We're so glad to have you along with us. For it's always a pleasure to salute you guys. Always a pleasure to salute you guys. Anyway, we're here and you're there, and we keep things rolling. Right? We just want to keep things rolling, and everything is fine right then and there. Okay, now also want to talk about the situation with the coronavirus. Well, we already know that's still around, but you know it's not a pandemic anymore. But I just want to remind you that you can go get your vaccination shots, all of your vaccination shots, right? They are available. All you have to do is go to your local pharmacist, and they will set you up. Now, whether or not you go there in person, or you just, I don't know, you go there in person, or you just, you know, walk in and say, I want to take the shot. They may give it to you right then and there. They may do that. They may give it to you right then and there. Depending on where you live. Some people will say, some pharmacists will say, well, no, we don't do it that way. So you're going to have to make an appointment. Now, if you're already there on the premises, they may be nice enough to give you the appointment right then and there. Or they may say, you know, go online, and we'll give you our online services for our pharmacists, and you can go online and make the appointment there. Now, ladies and gentlemen, once you make that appointment, keep that appointment. It's very important. You want to keep that appointment because it's always something to it's always something to have. You know, it's always something that you should keep that appointment because it benefits you. You know, because you don't want to. If you lose the appointment, you have to wait maybe a longer time, or who knows. You know, you never know what the schedule is, but nevertheless, it's all available to everyone. The coronavirus. Also, there's another vaccine that people are looking forward to, which, of course, I'm going to check with my doctor before I even pursue that, which is called the coccal pneumonia vaccine. Now, I already took the pneumonia shots, you know, but this is like an addition for people who are over, I guess, 65 and up or something like that, or maybe, I guess maybe a little younger, 55 and up. I'm not sure the age, but that's something you check with your doctor. Always check with your doctor before you take any kind of vaccine to make sure it's okay, because they do have your records and they know how you stand physically. And so, you do that, okay? And so with that in mind, we've got that. So you go to your pharmacist today and check it out. Now, those of you, we thank you so much for being along with us. Once again, if you're just joining us, remember the name of the show is called The Coffee Hour. And those of you who are here and you want to get involved in conversation, we always would love for you to get involved in conversation. We love talking to you, and whatever you want to talk about, again, you can throw out your own subject, whatever you want to talk about, and we will listen to you, but if you're going to do that and you want to say hello to us, we will acknowledge you as well. But while you're doing that too, getting involved in conversation, we look forward to you giving us your weather forecast. That's what we look forward to. You know what? And the reason why we do that, and it's not something that's mandatory, but the reason why we do that is because we want to compare notes. Now, this weekend, New York is not going to be bad. I'm going to tell you about that in a few minutes. But for those of you who are outside of New York, in a different part of the world, a different part of the country, different part of the nation, because remember, we're all over the world. We're global. We're all over the world. Give us your weather forecast. We really want to compare notes to see how everybody's weather is for the weekend. Now, those of you who live in New York or any part of the city in the vicinity of New York City, don't worry about that. I will take care of the local weather forecast for New York, and I'll do that in just a few seconds from now. But for the rest of you, give us your weather forecast. We look forward to it. And we want to see what's happening. Because right now, I'm going to give you my weather forecast right now in our local area in New York City. Now, those of you, again, if you're in New York, don't worry about it. I'll take care of it for you, which I'm going to do right now. What we have presently, the temperatures go up. We had some cold temperatures and we had some warm temperatures. It's like a cycle of waiting for spring. And they say if you were to tell me, well, spring is here, and it is officially here. But here on the East Coast, where it's a little cooler than it is down south, it's like, are you serious? Is it spring? People are still bundled up in some places, and we're still wearing winter jackets and coats here in New York. But it's hard to believe that it's the weather. They call it spring. So that groundhog, yeah, he didn't do too well. We were wondering, he was telling us the groundhog said, we're going to get an early spring, but we didn't get it. But all things in time, and we look forward to getting it, and it'll be here pretty soon, because we look forward to that hot weather, right? Like, I'm a hot weather guy, kind of guy. Not everyone likes hot weather, but how about moderately cool weather for the summer, right? We look forward to that. The beach, everything is involved. We have 48 degrees here in New York City right now, and the temperatures are going to go up today. And it's higher than it has gone in the past. So this is what we have right now. We have sunshine and clouds mixed together for today, and we'll have a high of a 61-degree high. 61 degrees. Winds will be northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Nice sunshine out there. It's sunshine out there right now as we speak. And let's see. Well, let me see. I looked at the wrong one. I'll get back to that. Okay. This is the one for Friday. Here we are Friday. It's not going up to 61. It's going up to 56. I read the wrong one. Okay. Here we are. Starting Friday. It's sunny to partly cloudy skies today. Still not bad. We'll have a high 56 degrees. Winds will be northwest at 10 to 20 miles per hour. We're back on track right now. For tonight, if you're going out on the town, it'll be clear. Generally clear, and we'll have a low 39 degrees, so you don't need the umbrella at this particular moment. And winds will be west-northwest at 10 to 20 miles per hour. And for Saturday, we got sunshine early, and then becoming cloudy later in the day. And we'll have a slight chance of rain developing, so it doesn't look that bad. It's not going to be a washout. We'll have a high around 60 degrees. That's where we go up. And winds will be west-northwest at 10 to 15 miles per hour. For Saturday night, if you're going out on the town again, well, you don't have to take the rain gear because it's going to be cloudy skies early. but it will become partly cloudy later on that night, and we'll have a low 46 degrees. Winds will be west at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And now we go to Sunday, which temperature goes up a notch, goes up a little bit. We've got sunshine for Sunday if you're going to church or whatever your Sunday plans are. Sunshine and clouds mixed together. We'll have a high 61 and winds will be northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. That's what we have, and that's the New York weather. So it doesn't look that bad today. Again, repeating that current temperature, we have 48 degrees outside. And of course, we're looking forward to the weekend for great weather, at least over here where we are in New York. Okay. Joe Lieberman, the doggedly independent four-time U.S. Senator from Connecticut, who was the Democratic nominee for vice president in 2000, becoming the first Jewish candidate on the national ticket of the major party, died in New York Wednesday due to complication of a fall, and he was 82 years old. Well, it's about that time, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to hook up with Brian Camp because right now, as usual, he'll come along and he's going to bring us the latest developments in today's world of sports on Sports Update. We have so much to talk about. And so you stay right there because Brian is going to give us all of that information. March Madness is almost over. Maybe the madness may be now, but March is almost over.
Don't you get the crowd? I just had to mute everything.
I see. And they're pretty loud out there.
Oh, they're pretty loud. Yeah.
Oh,
good morning. Yeah. Good to see everyone. The other day,
you're kind of breaking up on me, just so you know.
I am. Hold on.
Let's see, get that straightened out. And let's see, he's working on it, guys. He's working on that.
I don't know what it is.
Okay.
You know what?
I think
I'm gonna come out.
Okay. What are you going to do? Let us know what you're going to do. I can hardly hear. I think are you going to leave us and then come back? Is that what you're saying? I can't hear you. Okay, he left us. I think he's going to come back. He's going to come back. In the meantime, I want to say hello to all of you guys who are chiming in. Mary Reed, good morning to you. Thanks for joining us for this Friday. And the weekend is here for everybody to enjoy, and that's coming up. And of course, you know, we all look forward to it. It just comes by so quick. And again, you know, this is a special weekend. It's Good Friday today, and we've got Easter Sunday or Resurrection Sunday, however you want to put it. We look forward to that anyway. That's all coming up. And so hopefully, Mary says, hopefully Easter will be nice. I think it will. It will. It's pretty good. It's going to be nice. It's going to be, I already said the weather forecast. It's going to go up to 61 degrees Easter Sunday. 61 degrees. So that's saying plenty. That's saying plenty. And so we'll see. Okay, Brian chimed in and he popped out again. Or did he? Oh, he's back. Oh, there he is. Okay. There he is. Okay.
I don't know. I think it's a little there's somebody something.
You know, I don't know. You know, just before you start, I think we may be having a problem with this this thing, because I noticed even last night before I did the show, when I started signing on, error sign came up, and I'm thinking to myself, "Oh my God, don't do this to me! Don't do this to me!" You know, when I signed on, but and it happened this morning too. So I don't know. Maybe it's the Facebook thing. I don't know.
I don't know what it is.
Okay.
I see like an icon. I don't know.
Why, you getting signals too?
I'm getting signals that's it look like a phone call. Yeah.
Okay. And I got error signals before I was signing on. You know, before I loaded up Facebook, and it happened last.
On your end, It must be coming on your end, but I don't know.
I don't know.
But maybe if you put me on mute, you think you put me on mute with that?
You sound all right now.
Okay.
Sound all right.
Okay. I'm going to try to do this again. Good morning to you all. Technology is taking away a couple of my minutes, but that's okay. You don't mind if we go just a tad bit over?
Go as long as you want. Go the whole show. I don't care.
First, I want condolences to the late Louis Gossett Jr., who died this morning,
Oh,
7 years old. I'll let you to speak about his history of acting and everything, but I will always remember him with Richard Gere, Officer and the Gentleman, I believe it was, and Roots. But he had a wonderful career, and you'll probably expound more about that later on. Also, I want to congratulate and give my condolences at the same time to the victims who died on the Baltimore Bridge. But I want to also commend the men who worked diligently to help save other people from getting hurt as well on the bridge as well. So we just want to give thanks to them who threw out the first ball in opening day yesterday for the Baltimore Orioles as well. So that's where I'm going to lead off with Major League Baseball was opening day. And yes, it was the games officially started, even though last week the Dodgers and the Padres played last week in Korea, South Korea, and everything. So we just want to say congratulations and our condolences at the same time. This is some healing time.
yeah.
So that's where.
That being said, Brian, too, for your information too, they recovered 2 bodies, but
Yes,
still searching for, I think, 4 more that haven't been.
and they can't do it until they get the rest of the debris out, because they're underneath the debris that they believe. So, and to my understanding, it will take a decade, close to a decade, for them to actually rebuild the bridge. So it's going to take time, because they got to put tons and tons of cement in the water for it to stay still. So that tragically. But yeah, opening day of baseball, it was check your local listings for your team and see how well they did. Also, Major League Baseball Commissioner Rob Manfred says the league is committed to its investigation of the scandals surrounding LA Dodgers star Shohei Ohtani, and hope that it will take a short time to resolve. So that's where we are right now. As you know, it was a scandal of bets. My thoughts on it, Ohtani, it was one of 2 things. If he did bet, he probably gave it to his interpreter, who was his close friend, and placed the bet, or his interpreter got into a situation where he was over his head and he paid off his bets by Ohtani. So it's one of those 2 things, but we're going to get something soon, hopefully soon, to get clarity on this. More disturbing news in betting in the NBA. Toronto Raptors forward Joe Porter is under investigation by the NBA following multiple incidents of betting over the past several months. It's very irregular for that to happen, for an athlete to bet, especially if it's not legal. Issues of as they call prop bets involving Porter from games on January 26th and March 20th, which was last week. So games were involved with the Clippers and the Sacramento Kings, in which he saw limited action with an aggravating eye injury and a disclosed illness on the other game. We can't read much into it. You have your opinions, but you're innocent until you're proven guilty. I just know back in my generation, guys will play with an injured eye. They put goggles on to protect their eyes, and then you have under like a disclosed illness. You play through it. I remember Mickey Mantle, who would be out on the town, doing what he was doing. And, there's a books that I read where he'd be sick, he couldn't play, hangover. But you know what? He was strong enough to play a day game after going out. Sports is different now. When it doesn't matter what sport, you break a fingernail and you're on a 15-day disabled list. Who figures? So, but that's where we're at right now. This day in sports. No, let me go back first. The NCAA men's and women's tournament, March Madness is here, has been here for last week. We had some games last night. Three upsets. North Carolina got beat. A couple of other teams got beat, but North Carolina is one of the teams that we mentioned. It is the craziest time of the year, but it's the most enjoyable time of the year where you're going to fall off your couch, you're going to be cursing at the TV, you're going to punch the TV in the screen, in the mouth, as they call it, because it's so intense where it's nail biting. Women's too. The women start their round of 16 today. So they're going to play today, tomorrow, Sunday, and Monday. And then we'll go into the Final Four after that. So expect lots of action. But let's keep glued to our seats. Some disturbing news also. Women's Utah basketball coach Lynn Roberts said her team experienced a series of racial hate crimes last week after arriving at the first round of the NCAA tournament, where they was forced to change hotels because somebody in a white pickup truck was using an N-word, yelling at them, had Confederate flags in the back of the truck, and it really bothered the team where they had to switch hotels. This is where they were on a bus where it was traveling a party, including cheerleaders, a school band, and multiple other faculty that was there. This all took place in front of a restaurant near the hotel. But we don't need this foolishness. You would think, that we could move past this. But, apparently there's some people still believe to this very day, everywhere, that the Civil War is still going on. And I'll leave it like that. Okay. But let's move on. March Madness is here. And we just hope that these young ladies will be okay after being offended and being, hurt by these words. Sometimes words can really hurt people as well. This day in sports, March 29th, 1973, Dave Cowens, former Boston Celtic, wins the NBA MVP. 1982, the NCAA, North Carolina beats Georgetown 63-62. Future Hall of Famer James Worthy was the most outstanding player of the tournament. I want to talk about that game. I watched that game. It was 1982 Georgetown. I was a big Georgetown fan, and for them to lose the game the way they did, it was so hard, and I just felt so terrible for Georgetown, because he actually gave the ball to James Worthy. But let's give North Carolina credit. But they did come back and win the following year. Congratulations to them on that. So, these things happen. 1984, Baltimore Colts moved to Indianapolis. 1994, Coach Jimmy Johnson resigns, quits from the Dallas Cowboys. And since then, they never won a Super Bowl. Boy, you talking about being cursed? Yeah. 1996, Cleveland Browns choose a new name for their relocated team, Baltimore Ravens. Birthdays, 1967. Excuse me. Let me go back. 1867. Happy birthday to the late Cy Young, who was born in 1867. They got an award named after him. He was a Hall of Famer. He has the most wins in Major League history with 511 wins. He was born in Gilmore, Ohio, 1867. I was nowhere near born there. No, none of us. 1944, happy birthday to Denny McClain, Major League Baseball pitcher, Cy Young, and American League MVP, was born in Markham, Illinois. Happy birthday to my favorite basketball player of all time. Of all time. Walt Clyde Frazier. Yes, Walt Clyde Frazier, two-time NBA champion, NBA guard, Hall of Famer, was born in Atlanta, Georgia. Very quickly to Walt Frazier. I used to get beatings because of Walt Frazier. My mother used to buy white T-shirts. And what I used to do with the white T-shirts, this is a little boy's imagination, I used to take a magic marker and put the number 10 on the back of the marker, cut out the shirt to make it look like a tank uniform, a tank top. And yeah, I got beat. Yeah, I got a couple of beatings because of that, because she spent her hard-earned money. But I was a big fan. He was my basketball idol, and he does New York Knicks basketball games. If you ever listen or watch him, he'll do these rhymes and everything, hooping and duping and shaking and baking. Walt Clyde Frazier, he wear these colorful suits. Today is his birthday, so we celebrate Walt Clyde Frazier, my favorite basketball player of all time. And happy birthday, 1955, Earl Campbell, Hall of Fame running back, Heisman Trophy winner, was born in Tyler, Texas. And ladies and gentlemen, that is sports.
Do you still have that jersey? Did you keep it as a reminder?
No, but I don't think I wanted to keep around because it would remind my mother of what I did to her hard-earned money. But I used to Frazier and Magic.
Why didn't you just save your money and go buy a jersey and a regular jersey? Because that's what we used to do back then. We buy a regular jersey and then you put your favorite number on it.
What I did was, as a kid, you may we didn't have cable. Nobody really had cable, but you listen to Marv Albert do the games on WNBC radio, and Marv Albert would say Frazier gets the ball, and I used to have my puff basketball with the rim. I used to, and every time he says Frazier shoots, I shoot the ball. He misses, I miss the ball. I run and get it. You know, I was as though I was actually playing like Walt Frazier at Madison Square Garden. Just a child memory and everything. It was fun. The imagination is just wonderful. It is what it was, but yes, to this very day, he's still my favorite player.
Walt Frazier could have been, he could have been drove up to Madison Square Garden in a limousine, but he always took the subway.
Took the subway. He's from
Georgia. I have a picture of Walt Frazier on the train standing up and he was such a flashy dresser. He had that hat, and he was on the subway. He just took the subway to and fro after he got off of the games, went back home on the subway. Yeah. Bing Crosby did that one time.
Who's that?
Bing Crosby. I have a picture of Bing Crosby on the subway going to Aqueduct Racetrack. But Walt Frazier, yeah, he always took the subway. I had a chance to meet him like three times. Mm-hmm. One time he was at a party. Mm-hmm. Like close, he was at a party. And the second time I'm walking through Madison Square Garden through that long, if you know Madison Square Garden, well, they're rebuilding it, the walkways and everything. And he was walking one way, I was coming, we passed each other, Madison Square Garden. And then when I was leaving Las Vegas, I was on vacation in Las Vegas, and on the way back home, him and I were on the same flight. We were on the same flight, but he was in first class, so I didn't get a chance to talk to him. But yeah, he was a flashy dresser, he didn't care, man. He took the subway, and he had the money to get his own car, buy his own limo. And I'm not saying that he didn't have his own car, but he used to take that subway. And back in the
and he used to have Rolls Royces. His favorite
cars.
Yeah.
He did. And back in the old days, when the Dodgers were in Brooklyn, Jackie Robinson used to ride the subway.
Right.
Gil Hodges used to ride the subway. They were all Brooklyn guys, and they used to ride the subway. They had no problem riding the subway,
Right.
But back then, that was part of New York. That you had to ride the subway, even if you went to Coney Island. No one wanted to go to Coney Island in a car. Everybody wanted to ride the subway back then.
I tell you, there's a guy that still lives in Brooklyn. I don't want to give him his exact address, but Rob Carter, who used to play Michael in Good Times,
Yeah,
still lives in Brooklyn. He still takes the subway,
yeah,
and he's just an ordinary guy. He walks the street, goes to the store.
yeah.
People recognize him, and he just says hi, and that's who he is. That's who he was, and still is.
And he still live in that same place, that address that you won't give, which he still lives there. You know,
Yeah.
I got to know him for a while, because I remember we used to sometimes when he went to City College. He took classes at City College, and I was working at the radio station over there, the jazz radio station, and every once in a while, on the way home, we both take the subway together. We used to walk to the subway together. He was just like a regular guy.
Regular guy, yeah.
Wasn't
Yeah.
nothing like it. And he left Hollywood, for a lot of reasons that a lot of people leave Hollywood, and they just got tired of the BS, so
Yes.
he was
Yeah.
decided that he wasn't going to do it anymore. But yeah, but Walter Clyde Fraser and all of those guys had names, nicknames. Pearl Monroe, Earl of Pearl Monroe, Wilt the Yeah, they had basketball was fun. Sports was fun back then to watch. It really was. I want to get back to that situation with the Utah, the basketball team, the women's basketball team in Utah. I read that story too, and I'm thinking to myself, is America ever going to grow up? And it's not. I'm not putting it on America. There's nothing wrong with America. It's not America. It's the people that's in America. Are they ever going to grow up? And you talk about civil.
From the generations on down, you would think it wasn't that too long ago that people of color could actually vote. I mean, from 1964, was it 1964, 1965, we had the voters' right that was approved. We're talking about 60 years ago. Is it, am I right? 60 years ago.
Yeah.
And, we're still in a place where, you go in the South, where I'm down here in the South, I mean, it's not as bad as it used to be, but there's more disguise. People disguise, living in the time of Jim Crow. And, it's just unbelievable how people still think the way they do. And like I said, they still think that the Civil War is going on, but I'm a person where, I'm no activist, but I do speak my mind. I say what I say, and I bother anybody. But now we have to worry about the leaders who provoke these things. I'm not going to mention any names, of course, but we got leaders who stir up things. You got leaders that was pushing for January 6th, attacking our democracy. I'm not going to mention the cause, and this is what riles them up and brings back memories, and this is where we are. That's why I said, again, Democrats, Republicans, Independents, I don't trust neither one of them, neither party. Don't trust.
Well, that's why, this is the time of the year. I'm going to push it real hard. That's why I tell people, and I've said it on the show a couple of times. I said it last night on Talkback Live. I'll say it today, and I'll say it until we get to that point, to that November 5th. That's election day. Use your vote wisely and use your head. You think about it and don't do anything impulsive. Think about it before you do anything about it.
Right.
You got to decide on how you want to live, especially you want to bring back a Roe v. Wade, put that back in order.
That's right.
Because if this person makes it again, then we're in trouble. We're all in trouble. And a lot of people say, hey, something, if this happens again, man, I'm moving out of the country. No, you don't move out of the country. You don't move out of the country. You stay here and you fight back. Barbara Streisand said that. She would move out of the country. Barbara Streisand, if she were listening, I would say, Barbara Streisand, we need you here. Stay here and fight.
If that happens, we will get through that. But I don't think it's going to happen.
No, it's not.
And, I've come to the terms, and this is before I say goodbye, this is my thing. I've accepted who he is. He is what he is. You can't change a person. He is going to always be who he is.
Yeah.
The thing that I can't understand are his followers, are his supporters, are his disciples who's so thick-headed, uneducated that they just don't care. I'll leave you with that.
Well,
and thank you so much. Everybody enjoy your Good Friday and your Resurrection Sunday. To some of you is Easter. Wish you all to have a safe time. Enjoy the weather. We're going to have beautiful weather here. We're going to cook some lamb, a boneless leg of lamb. It's going to be good. It's going to be on the smoker. And watch those games and those movies. And Cecil B. DeMille, Saturday night. I am that I am. Saturday or Sunday night, one of them.
Yeah.
Check local listings.
Okay.
10 Commandments.
Can't
miss it.
I didn't know. I didn't know it was coming on. I couldn't find it, but now I know.
Yeah.
Okay, Brian, we'll catch you back here next week.
Take care. Enjoy, everybody.
Good weekend. Okay, that's Brian Camp, ladies and gentlemen, with the latest developments in today's world of sports on Sports Update. He's here every week at this time and bringing us the latest. There's a lot to talk about. 10 Commandments, too. Haven't seen that in a long time. It's a lucky thing for me. I have the movies in my archives at home, so I can see it at any time I want. But it's always great to see it on TV. You can sit back, put some popcorn in the microwave, and just sit back and relax. 10 Commandments. That's a long movie, though. That's a long movie. Anyway, if you're just joining us, the name of the show is called The Coffee Hour. And of course, we're going to be with you up until the top of the hour. We're so glad to have you aboard with us. And I want to thank Brian for giving us that information about Louis Gossett Jr., who passed away. Louis Gossett Jr. was the first Black man to win a supporting actor Oscar and for the Emmy for his role in Roots. And he died at the age of 87 years old. He died in Santa Monica, California. Santa Monica, my favorite place in California. That's where he died. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I got to look forward. I think he was a Brooklyn boy. I'm not sure. I gotta research that. But I heard he spent time in Brooklyn. I think he's a Brooklyn boy. I don't know originally. Anyway, we sent all our condolences out to him and his family. As of now, there's no cause that was revealed about his death, but we pray for his family and his relatives and all of his fans and friends who knew him and loved him. Okay. Paula Weinstein, the respected producer of films including The Perfect Storm, Analyze This, The Fabulous, Baker Boys, and Blood Diamond, and former chief accountant officer at Tribeca Enterprise. She died Monday in New York City. And her daughter, Hannah Rosenberg, said in a statement that the world is a lesser place without her mother. And she is a masterful producer and a force of nature for the things she believed in. She was 78 years old. NBC News surprises the nation, legions of news critics last Friday when they unveiled a new pact with Ronna McDaniel. Most recently, the chair of the Republican Nation Committee, about that. And during the time, she was also a denier of the validity of the 2020 presidential election and a frequent fault finder when it comes to U.S. media. But because of the opposition of the key broadcasters at NBC, the corporation, they cut ties with her. Okay. Job could have been had, but see, when you bash the media the way you do, that's what you get. Sean Diddy Combs' homes and home in Los Angeles and Miami. All of his homes in Miami, of course, you already know they were already raided by Homeland Security investigations agents and other law enforcement due to a possible ongoing sex trafficking investigation. And U.S. officials confirmed Monday. It was reported that the investigation was still at Combs' Miami Beach home late in the evening, and Combs is not in Miami at his location doing the search, but Combs has faced multiple sexual allegations during the past months. Jimmy Kimmel. Well, Jimmy Kimmel's got something going again. He's bringing it all back. Jimmy Kimmel Book Club is back, and with a timely twist, during the Tonight Show Monday, Kimmel announced the long-term awaited return of the Fallon Book Club. The Fallon Book Club debuted in 2018 as a summer reading club called the Tonight Show Summer Read. And viewers had the opportunity to vote for their favorite book, and the list with the winning read being the Tonight Show Book Club selections. And this happened with Fallon, the book club. However, it is timed to March Madness. It's timed up to a March Madness, which is, of course, wrapping up right now. And the participants may recognize the format too. Fallon has selected 16 books, which he dubbed the Sweet 16. And Sweet 16 is part of March Madness there. The Voice is adding another star on the season 25 on Monday. NBC announced that Keith Urban will join the hit reality singing competition series starting April 8th as a mega media for the performance we've made in the battle round of their prepared for the knockouts. Now, Urban will appear on The Voice alongside his, that's the name of the show, The Voice, alongside his current panel of coaches, which is Chance of rapper Dan and Shay, John Legend, and Reba McEntire. And Urban has previously appeared on The Voice as a coach with Coach Blake Shelton. Of course, he is also a coach series, and he's a coach in the Australian version of the season 1, 10, and 11. Birthdays today, actress Lucy Lawless, who played Xena of the Warrior Princess. She's 56 years old today. And model, actress, I guess she was an actress, Elle Macpherson is 60 years old today. And these people no longer with us. The following: actress, a singer, Pearl Bailey would have been 106 today. Comedian Phil Foster, who played in the sitcom, of course, we already know we loved it so much, the sitcom Laverne and Shirley, and he would have been 106 years old today. 111, I'm sorry. Actor, director Dennis O'Keefe would have been 116, and actor Arthur O'Connell would have been 116 as well. And there you have all of those people in entertainment. So that wraps up our entertainment segment right there. Now, those of you who are willing to get in touch with me, I have my email address and my telephone number because I want to give it all to you right now. So if you want to get in touch with me for any reason, please feel free. And I'm going to give you the email address. First, the email address is frankallanprod@aol.com. Allan is spelled A-L-L-A-N. And of course, you know, that's the right way to spell it. Otherwise, you won't get through. Prod is P-R-O-D, that's short for production. That's frankallanprod@aol.com. That's frankallanprod@aol.com. Telephone number is 641-715-3900. The extension is 467-134. That's 641-715-3900, extension 467-134. And now, if you have any reason to get in touch with me, or if you'd like to, for any reason, you may just call to say hi, or maybe you want to talk about the show, or maybe you want to critique the show, which we're open to, or maybe even suggest something to input into the show. We like your input any way around. All you have to do is just be proactive and contact us and let us know what it is. Even if you just want to say hi, of course. You know, a lot of people have said, you know, I just wanted to say hi and that's it, because, you know, some people don't want to do it live on the air, but we do welcome. We always love hearing from you either way. So let me give you that email address once again. Email address is frankallanprod@aol.com. That's Frank Allen Prod at AOL.com. Telephone number, once again, is 641-715-3900, extension 467134. That's 641-715-3900, extension 467134. Before closing, I want to give you these movies. Of course, you know, the weekend is upon us, and a lot of you want to do something for the weekend. And one of the things that some of you would like to do is catch up on some movies, whether they're old movies, new movies, or whatever. You have the platform and you have the resources to catch them. And I want to add on to your bucket list of what to watch this weekend. I have, my picks of the week from Turner Classic Movies. And these movies are great. I like them. I only have 3 this week, so I want to give them to you. Let's get started with that. Here's one called Sex and the Single Girl. That goes back to 1964. That stars Tony Curtis, Natalie Wood, and Henry Fonda. And that's on Turner Classic Movies. That's Friday. And in my case, that's tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern. I give you all of the times in Eastern, so you'll know how to act accordingly. Then you have The Singing Nun from 1966, Debbie Reynolds, Ricardo Montalban, and Greer Garson. That's on Turner Classic Movies. That's Saturday at 7:30 a.m. Eastern, if you care to get up that early. If not, you can DVR all of these movies and watch them at your own convenience. And that's 7:30 a.m. Eastern. And here's something biblical, just in time for the Easter holiday, Easter Sunday, Resurrection Sunday. Well, here it goes. It's called The Greatest Story Ever Told from 1965. And that stars Max von Sydow. Max von Sydow, along with Charlton Heston and Carol Baker. That's on Turner Classic Movies. That's Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern. And you can get all of these movies there. And of course, I want to send you to Turner Classic Movies and go to the program guide, because there may be other movies that I didn't mention. Not that I don't like them, it's that these are my picks. I only pick a few that I think will tickle your fancy. But of course, you know, everyone has a taste. And if you go to Turner Classic Movies and go there and go to the program guide, you might see something that you may like, and you can add it to what I just gave you. And you can watch them either in real time, or you can DVR them and watch them later. And while you're there, go to and check out all of the free movies, right? Go and check out the free movies. That's on-demand movies. And they have a big list of them from A to Z. You can go down there. There are movies that's been around for a while, movies that you haven't seen in a long time, or movies that may jog your memory. There are a lot of them up and down. And then too, while you're there on demand, you can go to some of the pay-per-view movies that are presently in the theaters right now. And of course, you could stream them too if you like streaming, but they're in the movies right now. And then they have the movies that were just recently there, and you can check them out as well. Of course, you have to pay more for the movies that are into the theaters right now, and you can watch them in the comforts of your own home. And then you have sporting events, children program, documentaries, all there, right there. It's all at your grabbing. So let me give you these movies once again. Let's go back. It's Sex and the Single Girl. And that's Tony Curtis, Natalie Wood, and Henry Fonda. That's Turner Classic Movies. That's Friday at 6 p.m. That's tonight, Eastern. And then you have The Singing Nun, Debbie Reynolds, Ricardo Montalban, and Greer Garson. That's Turner Classic Movies. That's Saturday at 7:30 a.m. Eastern. And The Greatest Story Ever Told, 1965. Max von Sydow, Charlton Heston, and Carol Baker, Turner Classic Movies. That's Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern. I hope that you get a chance to watch all of these movies. They're great movies, and of course, you can watch them this weekend. And I just wanted to be part of that weekend to let you know all about those movies. And of course, just watch them. They're great. That's going to do it for me. My weekend is officially underway, which means I have to scaddle. They don't say that anymore. Skadoodle. Plenty. Anyway, I will be back here next Thursday, and that will be for Talk Back Live. That's next Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern. Brian Camp will be along with me as well. And of course, he'll bring you the latest developments in today's world of sports on Sports Update. And I'll be looking forward to seeing you then too. I will also look forward to seeing you here next Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern for more of the Coffee Hour. Brian Camp, of course, will be here with the sports, the update, sports update, and the latest developments in today's world of sports. And I will look forward to seeing you as well. In the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to have yourself a great day and a great weekend. Think about me, because I'm going to be thinking about you. All right? Have a great day, great weekend, and I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.
You've been watching the Coffee Hour with your host Frank Allen. The producer has been Al Dale. Technical assistant Dave Taylor. Research by Sandy Pierce. And I'm your announcer Donna Stenke. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time on the Coffee Hour.